tell us.
Yeah, just
because
everyone.
There's no explanations here. I just want to understand why he was passed out. Why?
Right? He was
Why
so
was he holding a knife in
energetic
his hand?
yesterday.
Right? He was sprinting and suddenly he wants to take a nap before he gets what he wants? Welcome back to our channel. We are SOTTB. I'm Des.
I'm Jean.
I'm Chevy, and today we have a horror reaction. So we're going to be reacting to A Scary Vacation Story 3 by
I've been
Llama
on a
Arts.
vacation in a while.
Yeah, I felt like it was appropriate because, you know, we can't go on vacay, but, you know, maybe we won't be as sad because we can see the scary experience of someone on their vacation.
I'm
Right?
excited.
Right?
I brought my blanket to hide behind.
Oh,
I need one too.
It's really scary.
I don't know how this is going to be, but let's do it.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right.
During my holiday, I spent about 3 weeks in Japan. I arrived pretty late, so I couldn't check into the hotel that I initially booked.
Even when it
So I booked the
rains,
cheapest
it was
hotel that I could find nearby. Aesthetically, it was quite nice, but
As
it
someone
didn't
who
have
has traveled
easy
to
access
Japan,
to
I
the
would never
building,
buy the cheapest
meaning
hotel I
anyone
could
could
find.
come in and go to any room.
Anywhere,
as they
actually.
pleased.
Honestly,
there was no security in
not
sight.
gonna, no.
After arriving in my room, I
No.
ordered some food and watched some TV. I was still pretty jet-lagged from the flight, so I started to get ready for bed.
Okay.
As I was falling asleep, I felt the urge to double-check the door just to see if it was locked. I didn't think anything was going
This
to
is why you don't
happen,
get a
but
cheap
I'd rather be
hotel.
safe than sorry.
Right?
About 5 minutes after I checked the door, I heard footsteps outside. Initially, I thought it was someone leaving their room, but the footsteps started to pick up speed. The sound started getting louder and louder.
Was doing laps in the
and I started to
hallway?
freak out a little. All of a sudden, the sound stopped. I looked at the light shining through the bottom of my door, and there was a shadow of a person. At first, I thought it was room service, but it was too late for that. Or maybe it was some drunk idiot who was at the wrong room. As soon as I switched my light on, the shadow disappeared. I was confused, but I reluctantly went back to bed.
Isn't that what happens when you turn
That's
on the
when I
lights?
suddenly heard scratching coming from my door.
It's still there.
So I immediately turned my light on and shouted.
Who's there?
After a moment of silence, I heard the footsteps slowly fade away. At this point, I was thinking it could be some kids messing around, so I got up, opened the door, and peeked my head outside. I glanced in both directions down the dark and slim hallways. That's when my heart
Just
stopped.
go back in your room.
A man emerged from the darkness and ran erratically towards me.
What?
His face was
My
contorted
door
as he
definitely would
screamed,
have been
and I
closed.
could see he was holding a knife in his
What?
right hand. As he got closer,
You're
I could see him
still
more clearly.
looking
He had
at it?
disgusting long, dirty hair. His
Just
clothes were
coming
ripped and
to him.
Disgusting
bruises
long
all
dirty
over.
hair.
I quickly slammed my door and
Let me
pressed
take this
against
time
it,
to describe
praying that the man
the
would
state
just
of
go
his
away.
hair.
After what felt
Okay.
like hours, I finally gathered my courage and looked through the peephole.
This is
He was gone. I let out a sigh of relief and checked the peephole again.
No, that was actually
My heart
terrifying.
started pumping faster than ever before. He was right in
It's
front of the door.
terrifying.
He was wearing a
Oh my
maniacal
God.
smile on his face, and all of a sudden he raised his knife and yelled.
I'm gonna fucking kill you!
I
Okay.
jumped back and kept my eyes locked on the bottom of the door.
Not
as
once
I
did this
backed
man
up
call
to
the
my
front
bed.
desk.
I grabbed my phone and
Right.
started dialing the police.
Oh, it's so
As
cheap.
I raised the
They
phone
didn't
to
have
my
one.
ear, I saw that the shadow was gone. When the
One of
police
those.
arrived, I tried to explain what happened, and they checked the security cameras. They almost immediately recognized the man. He had been doing this to people for a while now, and the police had been trying to track him down for months. After a long night of no sleep, I finally arrived at the right hotel that I had booked initially in Tokyo. That creepy guy was still on my mind, but I thought the chances of him being here were pretty slim, so I didn't bother locking my door that night.
Really?
At 12:05
What?
a.m., I woke up to a big bang next to me.
So he's the
I
idiot.
turned around to see the same
What?
guy passed out on the floor with a knife in
Please.
hand. I was in shock.
Can somebody
How
explain?
Step on him!
He quickly ran
How
out of
was
the
that in
room and
advance?
locked him inside.
Are you dumb? Step on his head.
The cops came and he was
Oh,
running.
I'm gone.
Why was he passed out?
Let's just say I'm always going to be locking my doors
Right in
from
next
now
to
on.
him.
As you should be. That's all he took from the experience.
Story by Anonymous. Ooh.
I'm always gonna lock my door now. It's like
Shouldn't you have been doing that?
in a foreign country,
You
as you travel alone.
And I just need to understand why he was passed out. Like, he woke up and the guy was just there, just playing, like, Family Guy
Family
style. Family Guy style. I'm like, that's why I burst out laughing.
No.
First of all, I'm stepping on you, bro. If I accidentally break your rib, you ain't gonna stab me.
But how did he find him in Tokyo after? And then
After an encounter with a strange man with dirty, greasy, long hair, I'm definitely locking every door.
I felt
Every
safe,
single one.
so I left the door open.
Every single one.
Does anyone, when you just feel safe, you know what? I feel safe tonight. Let me just keep all the doors open.
I guess I ain't
All
never
the
felt safe in
windows.
my life. Cause
All the windows.
not once
Why
I'm
do
that
we do that?
person who like gets into the car and I'm like,
Right?
okay, now we can drive home.
I'm good.
Literally.
Good.
Even before getting into my car, I like look from underneath to see if there's anyone there, or I check
Ready
the
to
back.
chop your Achilles?
I check the back because I'm so paranoid.
Oh,
Exactly. Like,
no,
So,
my
I-
Achilles. Ooh.
there's so much
no,
about this that I
Ow.
feel like was not explained.
and it would just not happen to us.
But why was he passed out? What happened in the time between when he got inside and when he ended up on the floor? And why didn't he hear any of that?
Wait, I'm just gonna take a quick nap before I slice this guy up. One moment.
Like, how did you not hear any of that? This man was running up and down the halls doing full laps, 400-meter sprints around the hall, and all of a sudden, you can't hear him get into your place, into the room, fall onto the ground.
Didn't it wake him up the first time? You know what? Viewers, tell us.
Yeah. Just
Because
Everyone.
there's no explanations here. I just want to understand why he was passed out. Why?
Right? He was
Why
so
was there a knife
energetic
in his
yesterday.
Right? He was sprinting and suddenly he wants to take a nap before he gets what he wants?
Bloody knife in hand.
Stop.
Drugs? You know what? It's fine.
And why didn't he describe his hair this time? I want to know.
He wanted to be like, oh my gosh, the guy with the greasy, dirty, long hair is on my floor.
Step on him, bro.
Yeah, I'm running.
Right? I mean, at least
After I
he
step
ran.
on him, the first step is I'm jumping off the bed with 2 feet on top of him, and then I'm taking off.
And just
So,
You guys let us know what you thought and what you would have done.
please, thanks.
And, you know, we'll just go through it quick, because you already know.
real quick.
Like, comment, share, subscribe.
That easy. That's all it is.
So simple.
And hit that notification bell. Ding.
Ooh, yes, please. No, this would just never happen to me. No.
First, he
Never.
lost me at cheapest hotel in a foreign country.
Yeah. No.
No, I'm not getting sold into sex slavery. Absolutely not.
No. No front desk or anything. No. You know
Right?
what?
They find me in 3 days in a bathtub full of ice, missing a kidney. That's not gonna be me. It just will
It's
not.
so painful. And the infections after that, too.
No.
Oh my gosh. You know what? Mm-mm.
We're not going there. We're not going there.
Mm-mm.
We're not going there.
Don't let it be you. Lock
No.
your doors, people. If there's anything you can take away, lock your doors. And invest in
going
a nice hotel or
Please.
accommodation.
No, and a
You have
weapon.
no idea.
And a weapon.
That's legal.
Yeah.
Maybe get one while you're there and then leave it there. You know what? It doesn't matter. Catch you in the next one.
Bye.